The truth is, most of us use hypotheses all the time. We just maybe don't call them that, but we do think this way. What we're going to try to do with this section of our case is be thoughtful about how we use our hypotheses. The way that I like to think about hypotheses is it's a way to prioritize. It's a way to be efficient. So in the context of the case, the hypothesis is an educated guess about the conclusion or the answer to the case. To get an offer, especially in the full-time process, you have to be hypothesis-led. If any of you are going down an internship process, if you can show evidence of being hypothesis-led, this is going to help you a lot. Why do we need to do this? Well, number one, in the case interview, these cases are short. Again, you have 30, 35 minutes in general to solve. You can't solve everything. You have to pick. And in the real world, hypotheses are critical because they allow us to focus our attention on where we investigate or probe. And in strategy is about hypotheses. It's about thinking top down and being comprehensive. That is one of the things I encourage all of you to remember over and over and over again. If I'm trying to think about entering a new market, I have to have a hypothesis that says there's a way that I can carve out a space in that market, that I can create a product that is differentiated, and I can create a plan to generate sales, right? That's what we're trying to do here. And then we're trying to explore the most relevant issues that cover A to Z, that range, but don't cover all 26 letters. In practice, what that means is that you have to use this approach to thinking. And by the way, consulting does borrow from science. Those of you that have that science background, that's good news for you. The hypothesis is tentative, it's testable, and it allows you to make a prediction. And in the consulting interview process, we are going to use the deductive thinking approach. It means we have some theoretical background. We use that to formulate our hypotheses. This then shapes the kind of analysis that we do. And then based on the results of our analysis, we go back and we check our hypotheses. The hypothesis evolves. And one of the ways that I like to create a little bit of a metaphor about the hypotheses is I call it the butterfly process. A butterfly begins its life as a caterpillar. The caterpillar is the hypotheses. And then the caterpillar goes through that process, it goes into the chrysalis, does its thing, and then at the end of that stage, it pops out and it's this beautiful butterfly. So the hypothesis goes through that same metamorphosis. It starts out as a broad idea, it gets data that wraps around it, checks it, is fed. It then goes into that chrysalis where you're getting, some really interesting change going on. Once you get solid grounding, that hypothesis has transformed into a conclusion. Okay, so what this means is that over the course of the case, your hypothesis you might find is not correct. You get new data, and then you go back and you say, my thinking, I think it's changed. Or I've gotten some data and, so far my hypothesis is headed in the right direction. This is the confirmation process, moving your caterpillar to a butterfly.